Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I want to welcome you to my channel, all my subscribers, all my peaches, triggers, lovers, haters, commenters, scallywags. Each and every one of you are welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining me and taking the time out to watch my video. Okay, before I get started, once upon a time, Dave, the brother Dave, uh, he's the one who was building a house, and I stopped and did a progress report on his house from time to time. His house is finished now. In fact, I was at his housewarming party, and I got there late, so I really missed the heart of it because he had a lot of people there. Brother Dave is a well-loved brother. So anyway, his furniture, he's still waiting on his furniture to come in. It's coming in from China. There was a little mix-up in the order. He's not happy with it, so he's might be sending it back and having it having what he ordered sent. So he's in the process of doing that, but he has assured me that once he gets it in A1 condition, the way he likes it, would like to show it off, he will. So, in fact, I was with him. He came to my Saturday morning lunch, and here it is. You can join me next Saturday too at 12 o'clock. But there was about 7 months ago, I did a video with some other brothers that we got together, and we met, we had lunch, everybody had their wives, about four of us, about 4 or 5 couples. In fact, here they are here. Wow. The faces are marked out because it was decided that I wasn't going to put nobody on the video who didn't want to be shown on the video, which I can understand that. I'm always about integrity, and I respect people's wishes, and those who don't want me to record or put them on, I won't. But Tony, my brother, what's up, Tony? Tony and his wife. How are you doing, my brother? Next time you're around in the vicinity, you got to drop by and let's do another video. So I want to give brother Tony a shout out and his wife, and just let them know that I'm praying that they are living the best life they can. I don't know if he's still in the Philippines. I don't know what part of the country, states he's in, but I know that these brothers were very successful brothers in their ventures in life, and I wish them nothing but best. But what I want to talk about right now is I want to talk about the crime and punishment in the Philippines. In fact, that's what I named this video. Crime and punishment, I think, if I don't forget. But anyway, you are going to get, texts from people asking you for money. You're going to get texts from, there was one time I had 3 girls ask me for for money, and each one of them said that their mother was sick. I said, wait a minute, do you all have the same mother? How can this be? All 3 of you, mothers are sick. So it is a common touch that they will put on you and say, look, my mother needs money for medicine, my son, child, or whatever, and you might find yourself sending maybe 1 time, 2 times, but when it starts getting a routine, but every couple of days you get somebody ask you for money, you have to put your foot down and say, look, I will say a prayer. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's all you can do is, hopes and prayers are how they say it when there's a mass shooting. Our prayers and thoughts are with you. So when that happens, you think prayers and thoughts. But anyway, there have been times when I've been asked for money, and there are some girls who to this day who I send money to, who I don't mind sending the money to. I know their situation. I always want to be in their life. I always want to be that person that wears that, I hate to ask him, I just, but I do need, and those who legitimately so need money, and I don't mind sending them 500 or paying for a load or something on their phone, and I'll do that gladly. Um, there was one girl who let's see, there was one story. Oh yeah, yeah, and but drugs. Let's talk about drugs. Um, in the states, if if you land in the states, chances are by the time you get out of the airport or get to your hotel room, somebody's already asked you to want to buy something. It's that prevalent and that common in the states to run into someone who's selling drugs. Here in the Philippines, it was almost like a year and a half for someone asked me if I wanted to, you know, um, uh, get high, or if I wanted to buy drugs, whether it be marijuana or shabu. And knowing their third days staying on drugs, the first time someone asked me, said, "Did I want to buy shabu?" I said, "The third day, the third day, the third," as if I was telling on them because that's how I felt. You are not only foolish to get involved in drugs here in a foreign country, but you're also doubly foolish to trust someone who you have no idea who they are. You don't know who they're working for. You don't know what try to set up or whatever. Same thing is with like child molesting. Often the time in some of these hotels, you get people who approach you to ask you if it's never happened to me, but I've heard the stories that, if you want a young girl or something like that, and you might find yourself, embroiled in some type of sex trafficking thing, all because you were interested in this little young filly. You know what I'm saying? But that happened. But one of the most unusual requests I've had, to ask me for money was wait. Now this was someone who um, I don't believe I ever met. But as I look over the text, I see that I have been communicating with him for, it says, I can give you this Facebook, I can give you his Facebook. Okay, this has something to do with breeding the dogs. This is how he entered my life, because we were breeding dogs, or I was breeding my dogs. And he says, I can give you his Facebook. You're talking about breeding the dog. And so anyway, this was back in, I don't know, I don't even know how to tell this. This was back in June 22, to show you how long it was. June 22, that's like 2 years ago. He charges $800 for the shooter fee. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Hey, bro, good morning. Okay. And this is January 2024. He said, "Brother, I'm ashamed to ask you. I was hoping you could help me out, a one-time thing." And then, of course, I go through my thing. I said, "Man, my wife is about to have a baby. I have no idea how much it's going to cost, 100,000, 200,000, or 300,000. So right now, money is very, very tight for me. And so loaning or giving anyone any money at this time to have to my baby's born is out of the question. I'm sorry. I was hoping only just about 600 borrow." So although I said I don't have it, he wants to lower the amount or whatever. So I'm thinking, well, no, no, I need to know who you are. I didn't know, I don't know you from Adam. And I'm going to start giving money. And then he says, this was this past Monday. This past Monday, he says, "I need 3,000 for my wife out training. She needs a down for school. I pawned my gun for 3,000. A 38 snug nose, a Smith and Wesson, got 2 bullets in it. Please help me, please. Can you help me? I need it today. And you get my gun." Now this has got to be the most strangest, attempt to borrow money from me is to ask me, to say that, I'll give you my gun. First of all, I'm not a gun enthusiast. Second of all, it's against the law for foreigners to have any type of firearms at all, any type of weapons at all. And, thirdly, now I know sometimes you're reading a paper and there might be a raid or something like this on a shabu shipment or a sale or a hand to hand or one like this, and you hear the raid. There was like 38 grams of shabu. There was a guns. There was a 38 and with no bullets. or there was 38 with 5 rounds, or something like this. It goes into detail. In other words, there's not that. There might be guns, but you get the impression there's not that much ammunition to go around. So anyway, for you to tell me that it has 2 bullets in it, and you want to, and this is a place where, drive-by assassinations are quite commonly, a reality. So now I'm thinking in my worst, scenario of thought is that he got 2 bullets in it? Is one for me and one for him? Is he trying to threaten my family? And then my mind starts thinking that maybe should I contact the police? Would I tell them that there's somebody trying to, pawn me a handgun, and I don't want to have nothing to do with it. But then, on the other hand, I might be opening up a can of worms that I'm not prepared to have any part in. I'm not prepared to be pulled in or sucked in to anything. So I'm thinking about what's the best case scenario. The hell is sure I could block him, boom, bow, like that. But that might also be a trigger. So it's like how would you handle a situation like this? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've already said no. I don't have it. I'm not in the custom of just giving money, but but then to have somebody says, I'll pawn you my gun. It reminds me of a story real quickly before I'm running out of time, and I'll tell you what my solution might be. There was when I was a driver. See, when I was in the life, my form of hustle, my form of getting money, my form of moving too fast was a driver. So I've always been a driver. I always had a clean record. I've always drove and like that. So I got a call from one of my customers, to pick them up, that they want to meet somebody, a white boy who was going to sell them a 357 Magnum. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I drive and all that stuff, and so they're in the car and they're doing the deal. So the guy hands him the white boy hands him the 357 Magnum. He checks it to see if he's loaded, and then he turns to get on the white boy and says, okay, now get out of the car. And the white boy's like, what? Get out of the car or I'll blow your ass away. Which is a very, very valuable rule whenever you're selling a gun, is don't sell a loaded one. So that was kind of the end of that story. But yeah, I've been in a number of situations. I was in Oregon once, and this is the last story I'm going to go. Okay, last story I'm going to go. And I was driving for this guy named Doc. This Doc was in Portland, Oregon, and he was very well connected. And I know once, he had me selling it in an apartment next door to him, and he wanted to give me a handgun. And I said, no, Doc. I said, no. I said, if the game gets to the point where I got to carry a gun, I'm getting out of it. So no, I don't want a gun. But he gave it to the homeowner to protect his interests. So at the end of the night, everything's sold out. I'm sitting there. Doc got so high that when he came to check on it, he said, "This isn't mine. This isn't mine." I said, "Wait, Doc, it is. Wait a minute, Doc. Don't kill me. Don't kill me." Like that, because he was, he was moving to the fast to that point. He was almost out of his mind. So anyway, so the owner of the house was telling everybody to leave. And this one guy says, "I'm not going nowhere." And he was standing next to me, and I'm like this. And the guy in the house who is tweaking because there's no more moving too fast, and he said, "Pow!" and he shot him in the stomach like this, like this. And he turned to his girlfriend, "Baby, get the paramedic." And of course, I left, which is what I was supposed to do. And so anyway, he ended up getting shot. But anyway, so I'm driving for Doc and whatever, and we're at the hotel and hanging out, and Doc decide him and his two girls, his two street entertainers are blah blah blah, and so he decides he wants to take one of them shopping. So he decides to come on, G, we're gonna go shop, go to Nordstrom or where it is. So we went there. Then when we came back, everything was immaculate, everything was clean, and she was sitting on the bed in the corner, just frozen. And so I looked out the window and I saw cop cars converting on the apartment. So I said, "Doc, the cops outside." So he says, "Don't open the door." So the cops come in, knocking on the door, knock. Who is it? It's the police. Open the door. And said, I said, "No, don't." So this is the manager. We have information that we're looking for a lost child. So we're checking all the rooms to make sure she's not in. So what are you gonna do? I said, "Doc, you have to open the door. It has nothing to do with like this." So open the door, and about 4 or 5 police officers walk in. So they're standing there, and now there was a holster in plain view on the nightstand. They came in and they had searched the room and put it together like that. So the police are saying, "Okay, Doc," and one cop said, "The hell with this." He grabbed the and he went right to the stash and pulled out the ounces, like this. So everybody, give me your ID. I was the only one who had ID. Now, because I was the only one who had ID, they didn't arrest me. Everybody else didn't have ID, so they got arrested. Oregon's very funny. They assign everybody metrics number, and often from time to time, like if burglarizing a car, you might be assigned 200 metrics, or if you stab somebody, you might get 900 metrics, and when the time comes to let somebody else, they say everybody below 1,000 metrics can go. So it's kind of crazy. But anyway, that's the story, and the way I'm going to resolve this issue is that at some point in time, I probably would give in and say, "Look, hey, yo, man, look, all I got is 500, man. I can meet you, and you can have this. And, God bless you, and go in peace." I think that might be the best way to handle that, rather than try to get into a loaning money for a firearm situation here in the Philippines. All right, thanks for watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder who is pulling someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Holly Woodson, formerly singer of Temptation with some, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. And never say no. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Go out and make it a good day. I'm trying to create a picture for my opening thing for my video. I think I did. I think this might be it. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Hey, Tony, heads up, baby. Heads up. All right, Dave. I'll see you soon.